Hello, what about... Hello, what about you? I'm Andy, and I like to build stuff from anything I can get my hands on, really. So if that's something you fancy, stick around. So, this is part 2 of Silver's Mech challenge. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll make sure to leave a description in the link below. And if you haven't seen everyone else's build, there's a Silver Scratch built. Terrain by Aaron. JoeTBolt. And Scratch My Junk. So make sure you go and check out their builds as well. And if I forgot anybody, give me a shout and I'll make sure to include your link. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so this is where I left off in part 1. Still a few more details to do. I want to get some rivets on and maybe some wiring. And maybe some armour there down around the feet. And yeah, just a few more details. Just to make it pop, you know. So first things first, maybe get some rivets on. And I've got my wee rivet board laid out here. These are just beads this time. Melanie very kindly sorted out some costume jewellery for me. And this is all the wee beads that she got from it. Just slightly larger rivets, just because this is a slightly larger build. And I've got them marked out here. So yeah, I'll get that done. And also want to get my wee hatch on the top here. I just made this from EVA foam. And a wee wheel off a toy car. I just cut the tire off it. So that's just going to stick on top there. Nice wee detail. Pretty proud of that wee hatch. And this was my first attempt. It's not too bad, it would be usable, but I think it's a bit big for this, so I'll get rid of that for now. And then I've cut a few more spoon ends here just for the feet, just for my lobster tail shielding here on the feet. So I'll stick them on there or something like that. Just same again, just cut it and ran the candle around it just to curl the edges. Oh, and then I have some EVA strip here. This is a strip of EVA foam. And I'm just going to stick it down the front just for a wee bit of a detail down the front. And I'll probably put rivets on that as well, just to make it pop a wee bit more. So that's the plan for the front. And in the back, I'm just going to put a couple of strips on here just as like wee armour connectors. And then I'll probably put a ladder on the back here as well, just for another detail, a ladder up to the hatch. So yeah, I'll just get my rivets done here first. Alrighty, looking good. That's the rivets done. I can get my hatch stuck on. And just plenty of glue really. This EVA foam soaks up the glue. And I'm not sure whether I'll have to seal this or not before painting. I'll have to see. I think you do have to seal it with some PVA or maybe some Mod Podge. But I'll maybe leave it and see what happens. It might give it a nice texture. You never know. So that's the hatch on. I'll just get this strip stuck on the front and get that detailed up. And so got the strip on the front and got a few rivets on it, and got some beads stuck on the gun here. I'm just going to use that for some wiring connectors. I've got some Ethernet cable here, and it just sort of fits perfectly into these wee beads. Again, this is more from the salvaged costume jewellery, so they'll come in handy. And yeah, make a nice wee detail, something like that. On the other side, here's some I prepared earlier. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. And the wire is sort of supporting that join a wee bit as well. I've kind of wrapped it around there just to support that join. So I'll just need to get that sorted. And then I've got some wee airplane bits here that I've very kindly got from Qujin. Qujin sent me a care package with all these cool wee bits in it. So I might as well show you some snippets from the stream that I got those in. But I'm just going to stick those on the side here. And that's going to add a cool wee detail. I think these are like vents from a tank or something. And then I've bent some aluminium wire here as well. And it's going to make a good ladder on the back. And just plenty of glue and baking powder, just sort of make it look like it's welded on. So while I get the rest on, here's some clips from the stream when I was unboxing Qujin's care package. And yep, like I said, Qujin in the chat there very kindly sent this mystery box. I've no idea what's in it. I'm really looking forward to seeing. But yeah, Qujin, really appreciate it. This is This is my first channel post. Ooh, my word. What? What? Ooh. My word. Oh man. Ooh. My word. Thank you so much, Qujin, really. Really, I don't know what to say. Ooh. What? Ooh. My word. Ooh. What? 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 Thank you so much, Qujin, really. Really, I don't know what to say. Ooh. What? Alrighty, that's my ladder attached. And looking good. I think the scale's working pretty well. I'm trying to get my head around scale a wee bit, just to make things a wee bit more, you know, looking like they're built to some sort of scale. But yeah, later on I can get these wee bits on that Qujin sent me. Really been looking forward to using bits like this. So I'll get those stuck on the side, and same again on the other side. And I'll just get these stuck on, and then I just really need to get this other gun wired up, and then I think it'd be good for a primer. So for the wiring for the gun, I really just drilled a hole in the side here and filled it with glue and plenty of baking powder, and left it a wee second just to get a grip, and then wrapped the wire just a couple of times around the join there, just to kind of reinforce that join, and plenty more glue, and just hold it in place there and give it a wee blow, just to blow the glue into the crack sort of thing, and then I'll hit it with some activator, and that means I don't have to sit here holding it for the next 5 minutes. And then just really feed them through these beads and snip them off. And that's a nice wee wiring detail. I'll be trying to use that in the future. I think it's pretty cool the way they split up like that. And I think I already said, but this is an Ethernet cable, just an old Ethernet cable. It's full of loads of wee wires, so yep, handy stuff. And then writing off some sensors on the front. He's gonna have to see through something, so I'm using these tank wheels. I'm trying to give the impression that these are like sensors that can sort of slide up and down this track. So yeah, I'm just going to stick sort of 4 on here. And then I end up sticking a couple on the back of the guns, but because they look too similar, I'll cover them up again with another bead. Right, just cut this wee bit of flashing off there with my Stanley knife. That's about him, ready for primer. You can see them on the back there. I did end up covering those up. I didn't like the way it was the same on the front. So yeah, just get him primed up, and then I end up painting this guy on a stream. So when you go back to me in the craft room, he'll be all painted up. So yeah, see you back in the craft room. So there you have it. This is him all painted up. And I'm fairly happy with how he turned out. Some of the blending could be a wee bit better in places, but sure, I'll get better at that with a wee bit of practice. And yeah, it took me a wee bit longer to paint than some of my usual builds, but I was kind of expecting that with the size of him, you know. So thank you, Silver, for the invite and for forcing me out of my comfort zone a wee bit. I appreciate it. And a big thanks to all my Patreon supporters. Thank you. At this stage, I really couldn't do this without your support, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And as always, thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful. If any questions or comments, you just know where to go there, down below, work away, and remember, there are no stupid questions here. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!